In the once peaceful village of Ikot Ekpene, people no longer slept at night because sleep could be the last thing you ever do. Mothers held their children tightly till morning. Fathers stayed awake, staring into the darkness. And every sunrise came with tears because someone, somewhere, would not wake up again. But then, a stranger walked into the village with nothing but a drum. And he promised to do what warriors, priests, and kings could not in just 3 nights. He said his drum had the magic power to solve the problem. Ikot Ekpene was once a land of laughter. Children ran barefoot through the dusty paths, women sang by the riverside, men returned from farms with pride in their harvest. It was a village blessed with life. Until death found its way in. At first, it was just one person. An old man. They said it was his time. But the next morning, a young woman died. No sickness, no warning, just gone. Then another, and another. Soon, every morning was filled with cries. The first villager crying, "He was fine last night, he even ate with us." Then the second villager, "My child, my only child."
Forsaken us.
Fear spread faster than fire. Families stopped visiting each other. No one laughed anymore. No one celebrated. At night, the village became silent, dead silent, because everyone was listening, waiting for death to choose its next victim. Even the king could not escape it. One night, after discussing the tragedy with his beloved wife, they went to bed. She had cooked for him. They laughed together. There was no sign, no warning. But at dawn, "My queen," the king calls louder, "My queen!" She was gone. Just like that. No sickness, no struggle, just taken. And for the first time, the king wept before his people. The entire village suffered mockery from other communities. Everyone was scared of visiting that village. The king called the chief priest. Sacrifices were made. Goats, rams, fowls, blood flowed. But death did not stop. Priests from neighboring villages were invited. Powerful men, feared men. They chanted for days, burned herbs, spoke to the spirits. But still, people died. Sometimes, entire families, father, mother, children, gone in one night. The village became a land of shadows, and hope slowly disappeared. One morning, as the villagers gathered at the palace, crying once again, a figure appeared, tall, hefty, covered in lion skin, holding a drum made of horse skin. The entire village fell silent.
I am here to speak the truth, Your Majesty.
No one had ever seen him before. Long live the king,
the man
he
says,
prostrates.
as he prostrate
The
before
king asks with a weak voice, "Rise, stranger, who are you?" "I have come to arrest the spirit killing your people," the stranger said. Silence. Then laughter erupted. A villager asked, "Arrest? With what? That drum?" More laughter. An elder said, "Warriors have failed, priests have failed, and you bring a drum." For the first time in weeks, the village laughed. But it was not laughter of joy. It was laughter of hopelessness. Still, they had
Listen
nothing
well,
left to lose.
for this is the
So
path we
they
must
gave him
follow.
a chance. That night, the stranger walked through the village, quietly, slowly, watching, listening. No drum, no chant, just silence. But by morning, another death. The daughter of Chief Okafor. Villagers went to the stranger's hut angrily. "Fraud! You are like the others. You lied." They insulted him, mocked him. But he said nothing. Not a word. The second night, He walked again. The same silence, the same mystery. The villagers laughed at him openly. But morning came, and death came again. Another life gone. Hope was completely lost. That morning, the stranger went to the king. Tonight, I will play my drum. But hear this. No one must dance. No matter what you hear, no matter what you feel, do not dance. If anyone dances, we lose everything. The king announced it across the village, and that night, no one slept. They waited. At midnight, the drum spoke, deep, powerful, irresistible. It was not just sound, it was a call, a pull. Something entered the hearts of the villagers. Their bodies trembled, their legs wanted to move, their spirits wanted to dance. But they remembered. They held themselves tightly, sweating, shaking, fighting the urge. And then, some villagers swore they saw figures, women in white, dancing, suckling the drummer, spirits. Then, silence. Morning came, and for the first time, no cries, no wailing, no death. The village was quiet, peaceful, alive. Death had been stopped. Some said, long ago, a dancer was sacrificed and buried with the king, and her restless spirit returned to claim lives. But the drummer understood the language of spirits. He didn't fight them. He trapped them with their own desire to dance. He became known as the witch hunter. The king rewarded him greatly, gold, land, and his daughter's hand in marriage. And from that day on, Ikot Ekpene returned to laughter. But till today, when the night is too quiet and you hear a distant drum, be careful, because not every rhythm is meant for the living.